This is Matt with Mal Express Radio. I have with me Josh of Wake. How are you tonight, man?
I'm doing fine, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing great as well. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
The band's upcoming album, Thought Form Descent, is set to be released on July 22nd on Metal Blade. What can you tell fans about the upcoming album?
It's kind of a continuation from our last album. It's funny, like we're when we were writing it, we were like, oh, there's way less blast beats, it's way less heavy, it's way poppier and hookier, and then, you know, listening back, it's like 70% blast and still pretty heavy, but yeah, it's kind of a continuation. It's we kind of tried to have more melody, heavier choruses, stuff like that, so it's still a heavy record, but just kind of more of a focus on songwriting and I don't want to say pop songwriting, but I guess our version of that.
When you're saying continuation, do you mean like a continuation of the band evolving, or is it like a concept or anything?
No, it's not a concept, but yeah, I think kind of right when I joined, like, you know, Wake started as kind of like a straight up like black and grindcore band, and every record we've kind of tried to branch a little bit further away from that and add, like more melody, kind of a darker atmosphere. And like on this one, there's synth parts, like Ryan, our bass player, does some kind of clean singing. So yeah, I mean, just, I guess if you've listened to the band throughout the years, this is kind of like what we did on Confluence, but kind of in a condensed version, and yeah, a little catchier, I guess.
How was the writing and recording process, having this being the band's fourth album?
It came together. I mean, like, you know, everyone's been doing the COVID thing. We had nothing to do but write music. And yeah, we pretty much just, like Confluence had just come out, and we pretty much just immediately started writing because we couldn't tour or anything. So I feel like we kind of really hit, I don't know, I think we hit our stride with like how we write. Like everything kind of came together, like not fast, but easy, I guess. Like we know what works when it comes to writing stuff, and like we're not afraid to just spend a month on like one riff, but that's just kind of like the process. It's just kind of been narrowed in on. So it was fun. I mean, it was a lot of work, but it was I think it was pretty rewarding.
And do you feel like it's gotten smoother as the band's gone along and grown together?
I think so, yeah. Like, this lineup's been together for pretty long now. Like, probably, what is it? The last couple of years has seemed like 2 months, but yeah, like 4 years now. So we know each other really well. Like, no one's scared to just be like, that idea is shitty, but we're also, you know, we usually will see everything out and make sure that it's the best that it can be. So yeah, we're all just super comfortable with the writing process, and yeah, like I said, we've been together for a pretty long time now, so it's smoother than ever for sure.
The band released the single Swallow the Light. What kind of feedback have you been able to receive?
People seem to like it, man. That came out kind of right when I think it was actually the first day of our last tour in May that it came out. And yeah, the feedback from the video on YouTube, the comments seem to be cool. People seem to like it, so yeah, and we played that every day on that last run too. So yeah, I'm stoked, man.
Do you feel Swallow Like gives fans an idea of what to expect from the full album?
A little bit. It's probably the slowest track overall. I mean, there's still some quicker parts on there, but I guess a little bit, yeah. Like the album's got a little bit of everything that song has, so yeah, I guess. I never really thought of it that way, but I guess it kind of does, yeah.
And the band recently wrapped up a tour with Origin. How did that tour go?
It was awesome. Yeah, we did 2.5 weeks with Origin, Misery Index, and the shows were really good. And then, I mean, a month before that, we were out with End and Portrayal Killed. So the last few months has been pretty tour heavy. It's been like nothing for a few years, and then, you know, 2 of 3 months on the road. But yeah, that tour was really good. It was insane watching John Longstress play drums every night, that's for sure.
And it looks like you'll be keeping yourself busy this summer with a handful of festivals and other shows. What are your expectations for the band's busy schedule?
I just hope that people come out, man. We've got a few shows, just like a quick run out east with Bleeding Out and Executioner's Mask, and then a couple Alberta shows with our Jam Space mates, Weir, in August. So not super heavy, but we're just trying to stay busy, and then just kind of see what fall brings. We'll probably get back on the road as soon as we can out there.
And obviously, for a while, playing in front of a live audience was kind of irrelevant at one point. So how is it just getting out there and nonstop touring now?
It's weird. Like, it didn't seem different at all. Like, I mean, I went to a show before we actually went on the road. I went and saw the Weir, actually, one of the bands we're playing with in the summertime. And that show was that was weird, like going to a show and like just kind of hanging out with people for the first time in a couple of years. But once like being on stage and playing, it was like, I don't know. It's like riding a bike, I guess. It's kind of the same thing.
Is there anyone that you hope to tour with yet that you haven't, and why?
Oh, man. We'll tour with anyone. Judas Priest. I'd like to tour with the Judas Priest.
And what are some of your favorite albums on Metal Blade?
Oh, man. They've put out so many albums. I'm drawing a blank, actually. Sorry, man. I'm just drawing a blank. They've put out so many records that are awesome.
Yeah, no worries. You know what's one that I think is criminally underrated is actually, some people might look at it as not underrated, but I feel like it is because some of his newer stuff was actually Give Me Your Soul Please from King Diamond. That was put out in 2008, and that's I feel like it's among his best work. 2007 I think it was put out, but I feel like that's among his best work, so I feel like it's underrated if you're looking at a legend like King Diamond, but of course he himself I wouldn't say is underrated, but...
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, that's actually the one, like when we signed with Metal Blade, it was just like, all right, King Diamond's on this label. That's what's up. And that record's awesome. Yeah, I won't say that he can't miss, but it's rare for sure.
Yep, and of course, like Show No Mercy from Slayer, another classic.
Definitely. Yeah. That's the thing, man. Like, it's just the list is so insanely extensive that it's like, it's almost like, I don't know, you just name like some obvious classic albums. It's like, yeah, it's a Metal Blade release, so it's pretty humbling to be on that label.
Yeah, I live in Massachusetts, so I gotta give a shout out to Unearth as well. They put out some great records from Unearth.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely, man.
Is there anything that we haven't gone over that you would like to throw in?
I don't think so, man. No, we're just like I said, we just got back from being on the road for a couple of months, so we've got a song premiere coming out tomorrow. Infinite Inward, so people can check that out on the Metal Blade YouTube channel, and then you can pre-order the record on our Bandcamp or the Metal Blade website. So yeah, tomorrow, July 22nd, that's the next kind of big news, that song premiere. So
out of the band's 4 albums, what is one you would suggest to a new fan and why?
I would probably start out with Devouring Ruin. That's the one. So there was that one, Confluence, and then this is the next one coming up is the new one that's releasing this summer. But yeah, that's kind of the first one I would say where we took a leap out of like the grind stuff and more into what we're doing now. And that's like the current lineup as well. So that's the one I would say. That's we still play a lot of those songs live. Yeah, that's like the most similar to what we're doing now, I would say.
All right, it was great talking to you. Looking forward to hearing the new album out July 22nd. And I hope you guys are safe on the road coming up and have a great year for the band.